Hi, I'm Ray with Caustic. I'm here to demonstrate how to install your 2500 ray tracing accelerator cards. As you can see here, I have both of the types of cards. We have the Caustic 2100 and the R2500. Today I'm mainly going to show you the 2500 as it's a little bit larger card, and I'd like to demonstrate how to install it into a basic machine. Now every machine is a little bit different. This one here is an HP Z620. You'll notice I'm wired up here with an anti-static strap, and I have an anti-static mat. I realize you may not have one of these at home. It is ideal because we don't want to shock the system, but you can kind of tap a piece of metal and just make sure you're not holding any electricity in your fingers, as these boards are very sensitive. Important for the 2500 is that we use a 16-lane slot. It may be a little hard to see here on camera, but the second slot here does have a little label above it that says slot 5 PCI 3 X16. That X16 is important. Sometimes you'll see it say X8, X12. We're going to want to make sure it's X16 for a 16-lane slot. First, again, because I'm reaching inside the machine here, I'm just making sure I'm static neutral. I'm going to unplug the video card here just so I have a little bit of room, and I'll start with the card here. The cards are going to come with a handle on it. Some machines are a little bit tighter than others where you may need to remove the handle. I'll demonstrate that in just a moment. And again, for the 16-lane slot, you can usually tell just by the length of the pins here which slot it'll fit in and which direction it's going to go. I've already removed the spacer. This is where it might be important to have a screwdriver. Your machine may have these screwed into place. In this case, it just had a tab to remove. It's a little snug, but it's very easy to install. You basically just need to line it up, get it settled on the pins, and just apply a little bit of pressure to seat it into place. And that's it. Very important, make sure that the board is straight, not bent. If the case is a little bit small, the board could bend a little bit to the left and right. That's not a good thing. Of course, it can damage the board and it's not going to function properly. If that's the case, I would definitely recommend removing the handle. Now, removing the board is pretty much the same idea. In this case, there's a little tab here. I'm going to pull on the tab and just lightly apply pressure to pull the board up out of the machine. Now, I'm going to demonstrate on this machine here. The board will not fit into this machine with the handle attached. Removing the handle is very, very easy. Just flip over the board, and you'll notice here that there are two screws. Again, static neutral. All you're going to do is just take a screwdriver and just remove those two screws. For time, I've already done that for this board here. And I'll demonstrate on this machine also that it's very simple just to slide it right into place. Let me grab my flashlight. Again, you can see that there's a couple different labels on the slots. Even though they all look the same, only this first slot has an X16. That's the one we're going to need to use for the proper amount of power for the board. One of the great things about the board is that it does not require any external power such as the video card does. Everything it's going to get, it gets through the pins here. So again, a little snug here. It just slides into place. Line up the pins and just apply a little bit of pressure. That's it. Make sure it's seated, and you're good to go.